Now, ladies and gentlemen, 14 hours ago, almost had 14 years ago for a second, because it's really funny when you hear about someone like Phil Spencer stepping down as the CEO of Xbox Gaming. And again, he did not step down. I think he was just told to walk out the door very quickly by Satya Nadella. Again, that Satya Nadella fella, he looks like Dhalsim from Street Fighter, but behind that veneer is a mask of evil or manipulative intent, shall we say. So this post here from Colt Eastwood is really great. Where is Miss Sarah Bond in this lineup? So Aaron Greenberg, which is what Colt Eastwood is, whose post he's reposting here or retweeting. An emotional day here for the team. So much love and appreciation for all Xbox P3 has done over the years for the team plus gaming. Lots of optimism, hearing commitments from Asha Shah around great games, the return of Xbox, and her dedication to lead and learn in the next 25 years. Yeah, the only thing I'm going to say about Asha Sharma at the moment, which might give me a little bit of hope, is that whenever you look at her social network profile online, she doesn't appear to me, and I haven't seen any at all, uses pronouns. Sarah Bond did, and that didn't really do her any favors whatsoever. So, and the only reason why I say that, because again, Asha Sharma is an Indian chick in India. As far as I know, to the best of my knowledge, they ignore the pronoun nonsense because it doesn't make any sense. So, yep, somebody managed to film this, 24 seconds long, and let's just have a listen to what King Phil says. Did somebody boo? Hang on a minute, I did not hear anybody booing, did I? It sounds like it, might be wrong. Oh yeah, they're really impressed. They really are impressed, aren't they? Wow. Yeah, it's really funny because Microsoft are the fourth biggest tech company in the world. They're preceded by the AAAs, Amazon, Apple, and Alphabet. Never heard of the latter, but apparently they are the top three biggest companies. So we've got a photo here of Matt Booty on the far right, which I almost said incorrectly. And Phil looks happy, looks gracious. I don't know if he's happy to step down from Xbox so soon. Matt Booty, the man that fails upward and onward, which is just so funny. I mean, again, Matt Booty, the reason why people don't call out his name enough in this, because he was responsible for games that failed catastrophically, and he did his best, or maybe not his best, to really sell those games. But you know what? His time might not be nigh. He'll probably be going this time next year for all I know. But people are kind of wishing the man well. Oh, Khalif, are you joking? Man, I wish you could hear what she said. Can you paraphrase? I don't know what they're talking about there. Oh, that's an interesting image down below me. Oh, I like that. Yeah, it reminds me a bit of Westworld. Oh my god, that's pretty creepy. I love Chrono Trigger. Get rid of Game Pass. It's a double-edged sword that's killing your business, which I do agree with, actually, because back in the 360 days, Game Pass wasn't around, and we were happy about buying games. Let me see, the exclusion of Sarah Bond has to be intentional, and that's pretty sad. But then again, she was there apparently. Somebody corroborated here on his post that she was actually there. So Christopher Dring, I'm not going to go over that article, by the way, because I've talked about it in the previous videos, but he reposted here that sinking feeling you get as a journalist when you get a good interview and they just say random bullshit at you. Oh, yikes. And that's courtesy of Windows Central, where they interview the new CEO, Asha Sharma. Yeah, one thing I'm going to say in closing here, folks, is that since Phil Spencer steps down, I've been going over old video interviews on YouTube and downloading them for prosperity, because why not? And one thing that did strike me this morning, it did occur to me, and I just thought, I'm sure I remember Phil saying a few years ago that he liked the Uncharted games, most notably Uncharted 4 when that came out in 2016. So of all the games he picked that particular title. Maybe he was looking at it from a technical achievement, because the game itself is great to play mechanically and technically, but the storyline has a lot to be desired. The way that it should have gone under the original vision of Amy Hennig didn't happen because she was booted off by Neil Druckmann. You know that sordid story, folks. I've gone over it so many times here, but I never get tired of talking about it. But Phil Spencer is a class act. The fact that when he's been interviewed after saving Xbox from Don Matrick and what he did, butchered the Xbox One goodwill to all gamers out there after the 360, when he came out and said, yeah, I like Nintendo, I like PlayStation, I like the games they all put out, that is a class act. I don't see many CEOs standing out there and actually complimenting their rivals. It's a rarity. And that's when I go back to the fact that when the 360 was out and the PlayStation 3 was out, the way I looked at it was, oh, Gears of War, well, that looks really good, but it's not on PlayStation. Oh, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to buy the Xbox console as well. I've gone through all the iterations of the Xbox, from the original with the Duke controllers all the way through to what I have in my wardrobe, which is the Halo Reach box set. I really would like to get the Halo 3 limited edition. That is a fantastic looking, yeah, it's a 360 still, just in a different skin, and he looks fantastic. But my point that I was trying to make, because I'm just so impassioned right now, ladies and gentlemen, is that it didn't matter to me that one console had some more interesting games or intriguing games than the one I currently held. And I don't think we're going to get those days again with the announcement of this new, whatever the Magnus console from Microsoft is going to be. They should have actually called it Scorpio. I still prefer that name, but Magnus, I guess, is what they're going with. And Phil Spencer, an absolute class act. Did he get everything right? No. The ABK deal was under his watch, so that's some damage that I don't know if they can uncomplicate that in the future. If Microsoft wants to cut ties with ABK, that's going to be a year's worth of legal wrangling, because I'm going to assume that perhaps Microsoft might have to end up giving some money back to Activision. Activision were doing fine on their own, by the way, with the Call of Duty franchise when it was still great. Is it going to be great going forward? I don't think so, because Black Ops 7 was an absolute parody of what that series used to be. But on that one, ladies and gentlemen, what do you think? Are you sad to see Phil go? What do you think about Asha Sharma taking over as a younger corpo exec whose main knowledge and font of her existence is AI? I mean, the running joke with Asha Sharma now is that she's actually really not a person. She is in fact an AI construct speaking to you through a holographic lens. And on that one, ladies and gentlemen, if you were me and if I were you, I'll catch you catching me for the return of the next video.
You know, I ran first-party studios. I'm somebody who grew up playing games. I think about a gaming console like Xbox or PlayStation or Nintendo as a place I want to go play great games. And for me, this E3 was an opportunity for us to come out and just really show what we're about, how we show up. I didn't want to take shots at anybody else. It wasn't about that. It was really just here. I love the art form that we have in games. I love the creators. I wanted to bring them on the floor and actually sit with them on the floor and talk amongst them and have them come up and talk about their games and show a very diverse lineup.
Next time on Kung Fu Hot Dog.